Good Tuesday, guys. So, I don't think I've ever really showed the process of recovering every week when we have tire marks and scuffs and stuff that go on to keep this car looking as nice as they do. So, I know I've mentioned that we kind of touch it up and repaint all the time. That's why we waited to put these stickers on for Deputy to figure out a place where they're not going to get messed up. Oh, look at that. Now there's four flags on there. You know what that means, right? 4 wins. Yeah, boy. So, yeah, we touch it up all the time on sides and stuff where we get tire marks, or like when we got piled up, this whole fender we redid and all that. Well, we kind of got a little bit of damage last week. Nothing major. I've already stripped the stickers down and started wet sanding, removing the tire marks. So there was a bunch of tire mark there. There's a bunch of tire mark on the, well, not necessarily tire mark. I think that was when I got in with the 24. By the way, Ron, if you're watching this, I owe you an apology, man. I saw other footage. I wasn't all the way up to your door. From where I was sitting, it looked like I was, and from my videos, it looked like I was, but I wasn't all the way to your door. I was at the back quarter panel. Seen you coming down, tried backing out. It was too late to back out. My bad, bro. I owe you an apology. I'll do that in person. I'm man enough to admit when I made a mistake, and that was on me, bro. So, yeah, it's through video from other footage from different angle. I seen that I wasn't up there, and when you race, you kind of race by instinct, not so much thought process. If you're racing by thought, you're probably going to get wrecked, or you're going to be in a wreck, because it has to pretty much be instinct. By the time you process a thought, it's a little too late. You're already into stuff. You kind of race by instinct. And so, yeah, anyways, back to cleaning this up. So we're going to go ahead. You can see it's down into the gold there. Down into the gold, down into the red, up in the white. So we're going to have to mask that off. Repaint all 3 colors. Well, 4 colors, because the black stripe's in between, but really don't have to paint the black. We just tape that off and paint the gold and the red and the white, and then we'll fix that up. So, yeah, I'm going to get started on taping it off, and I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. Okay, guys, so basically what you see here is we're doing all these colors, except for the black. I might come back and touch this little bit up a little bit, but we're doing all 3 colors, and rather than papering off all of it, so we got the black lines taped off. They could actually use some touch up down in here, because this is actually plastic and it's kind of peeled off a bit. But I'm not going to go that into detail, because we'll probably be doing it again here in a week. Or actually 2 weeks, because we're off 1 week. So how I approach this is we're going to start with the red. So we'll take the cardboard, we'll shoot the red. We're not going to worry about the overspray going onto the gold, because then we're going to come up to this line, we're going to shoot the gold, and then we're going to come up to this line, and we're going to fill the white patch in. So we'll be covering any overspray as we go up. And then we'll go to the front nose and clean out. I think we'll paint the red first, and then we'll have to let that tack, and then we'll come back and do the white. So let's go ahead and get started. It's all spray paint. This whole car was done with spray paint. Other than the black here was the original color, but all the design and the white and the red and all that I done all with spray paint. So I take that up there and put it up close. Get our color in. Move back. Just follow it back. As you can see, there's not much red going up above that blue line, so we're just kind of controlling the spray. We got the numbers back this way, so we want to spray this way so they're not getting onto there. We always want to keep our spray going up to where we're spraying in an upward motion. Let's get a little more down here. A little more right here. So we're just trying to blend it all back in and touch it up. So that's it with the red. Now for the gold. Now this gold's probably going to look a little different because this gold's quite faded. And this is a brand new can, so we'll see how it turns out. It might be a little noticeable, probably not too bad. So now when you do this one, that's all wet there, so you don't want to be below that tape line or you're going to smear it all. So you got to really be careful here when you place this one. Give it a test spray. There we go, that's looking better. This gold covers really good, so you don't need a whole lot of thick paint on there. Just blending it all back in. We got a little bit of overspray there on the red with the gold, because it's like kind of a metallic. It's pretty flaky. So we'll just come back. Now this time, we're gonna go on this line like we was doing the gold. Sorry, shaky there. But we're gonna spray the underneath side to touch up any of that overspray onto the red. See how that worked? We got a little bit up here. We're just kind of shielding the overspray from going up. Okay, so that's the gold and the red. Now sometimes this white, it likes to spit. I love the ×2, Rust-Oleum ×2 cover. This stuff works really awesome. It dries really good. Like I said, all the white was done with this. The red's that Rust-Oleum, and also the gold's Rust-Oleum. I think it's really key to use the same products when you're blending different colors like this, because if you use different brands, a lot of time they'll react against each other, and you get lots of orange peel or something to that effect, and it just looks really nasty. But the problem I have with this at my local Ace Hardware, a lot of times it sits around, and when you shake it up, you're breaking the crust loose on the bottom, so you'll get little splatters all over the place, and that really kind of makes me mad. We got a little overspray there. Oh, and for EPA or health people, I should probably be wearing a mask, but I'm not. Yeah. I cut in the outer edges, and then you're pretty much free to float across the centers. You don't have to worry about the overspray as much. I want to come down under here and hit a little bit more down where this little dent is. And I think that's pretty close. I'm going to go back through because you can see the white and the gold there a little bit. And now this is going to make gold into the red, and then we'll have to come back up and clean that out. But if you tape this all off, you got to wait and let one color dry. Tape it off, go to the next color. I just find it faster to do this. That's why I use the same product, like I said, because if you get a different brand into the other paint, well then it'll kind of react against each other. So we look good there, good down there. Always put your caps back on, because you'll grab the wrong can thinking you got the red and you'll spray it gold. It's not good. Always put your caps back on, guys. Mm-hmm. Just a little fine mist across the line. Make sure that there's no overspray. And that's that, guys. So I don't like to let it sit on there and dry very long before I peel the tape off, because a lot of times it gets pretty crustied up. So immediately I kind of like to start removing the tape. And when I tape off, I go in all different directions instead of being smart and going all one way. So we end up not knowing which way to peel. I just kind of peel or tape by feel of what I need and make sure I'm covering everything that I need to cover. For the most part, we go the same way, but sometimes we get some different directions going on. Like this right here, I should have done a little different. I don't have much nails. Now you have to really be careful when you get down on that plastic, because it does like to peel the paint off with this tape. I kind of, when I do on the plastic down there, I just kind of rub the tape, the backside, the sticky part on my jeans to kind of reduce the stickiness of it a little bit, to hope it don't peel it off, but sometimes it still does. See, like right there was already peeled off from last time. So you just kind of want to go slow with this. We're up in the metal now, so it don't really matter. Control your tape so it don't go back over your wet paint. Now you can see down here along this rocker panel, you can see the red in it. We're going to go back and hit that with black after we get done and clean that up and see. The reason why I do it last is like you see right here, it just peeled that black off of there. So I can go back and hit that with black and clean all that up. And we don't have to get as close to this line, so it's just a little mist over it to blend it back in. So you really want to be careful across this plastic. Like that. Now we got another strip here. I can't get it to come loose. There it is. There's another one under it. Might as well get them both while we're here. See how it just peels up a little bit right there? That's the bad thing about painting on plastic. I mean, I've Scotch-Brighted it, but it still just doesn't want to stick very good. The paint, that is, after a while, from flexing, breaks the bond on the paint. This one we want to go from here. Hopefully this isn't boring you guys, kind of like watching paint dry. If you noticed, I masked off all the way around my numbers, so I don't want to have to replace them. We've only got 4 races left. These have held in pretty good. We've had to patch this whole door before. Like I said, there's a patch panel down here. We've had to repaint that before, all the way up in through here. So on this, we'll take penetrating oil and lightly scrub it, and hopefully we can get it out with that. If that don't work, we might have to move to a Scotch-Brite pad with penetrating oil, and just to kind of fade it out. If you see right here, it's kind of lighter in the white where I had to do that before. So we'll work on that after we get all this stuff done. So you see, I just kind of blended it into the other white. And then on this whole front fender, I did go ahead and use Scotch-Brite and water and just kind of like wet sanded it lightly. And then I'll go back and I'll shoot this whole fender with clear so that it's as shiny as this and kind of blend it in. But yeah, so that's how you get rid of the tire marks. Now we're ready. When this dries, we'll get our contingency stickers back on there and clean that up, and we'll be ready to go again. Might as well go ahead and shoot this front nose piece a little bit. We'll have a rub bar down on the bottom at least, I mean. You can see we got some chipping throughout here. So we're just gonna go through and hit this red, let it sit and dry, and then when I go to paint this white up here, I'll tape off this edge, and then I'll put this over the top, and I'll just spray the white up. Ain't gonna do that on this video, but I'll just take care of that later. But for now, just gonna go in, touch up this red. Paint can's kind of trying to spit on me here. Usually when it starts doing that, the tip's kind of dirty or clogged. So I usually go grab a different nozzle. We'll just follow it on around. So now I'm going to take something, wipe this nozzle off. That sounds a little better. It doesn't have to be rocket science here. See how I'm kind of tucking it in behind there? And like I said, we're going to come back and paint all this white, so it doesn't matter if we get a little overspray on it, because we're going to tape off the top of the red. One thing you don't want to do is get it on your nice bad luck chrome wheels, right? I think these chrome wheels do me pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to let that dry before we can do the next step and go up in and touch all this area up. And then, like I said, we'll be ready to put contingency stickers back on it. We got a little bit of paint and stuff on the tire. We'll just take the Scotch-Brite pad and WD-40 penetrating oil, clean that right off. I think we got one over here that we had that before, and you can see it kind of takes the white lettering off, but we go through tires enough it don't really matter. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, gonna get another one. I think we're going to get another one. What about you?
I do. 5th win.
She was on rails. That's all I got to say. She was anywhere I wanted to put her, she would go. I guess that's all the hard work paying off. And yeah, like I said, every night we're here in the shop. Come on down. After that dries, I'll go back and touch the black up. Yep. Down there in the black. All right, guys. Well, got my fingers in your face again. What do you think? Pretty simple, isn't it? So, yeah. So, see, Deputy? That's why I put you way up there. And that's why I also, with the YouTube subscriber sponsor deal, that's why I wanted it up on the back deck lid, anything. If somebody gets up that far, we got bigger problems than some stickers. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's a wrap for now. I'll go ahead and finish that up, and you guys will see the end results in the next video. Like I said, we're off for next week. I do got an LS swap I got to do in the in-laws' other truck. We went and picked this up. So, yeah, we got to probably do that. And I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing any of that, but we can throw that up on there too. It's just a regular It's a 2000 Chevy Silverado. Yeah, LS motor. So we're going to get that stuck in and get her other pickup back on the road so she can go back to enjoying that. All right, guys, let me know in the comments if you guys like that. If you guys want to see the LS swap in a regular daily driver pickup or whatever. All right, thanks for stopping in. Always like, subscribe, comment, follow Fleming Family Racing, Miller Time Motorsports. Check out Wasted Wages Racing. They got a web page or a Facebook page, don't they? Or is it just under Steven? Babe, Wasted Wages, do they have a Facebook page or what?
No.
He hasn't made a Facebook page? I gotta get my kid on technology. All right, anyways, thanks for stopping by, guys. Catch you on the next one.